You made a point, sir, in relation to the Attorney General's advice. And, you know, amazingly, we had the murky leaking of the Attorney General's advice the day before the referendum. And that advice basically said that there was no surety that the judges and the courts would be able to clearly define exactly what durable relationships mean. There's no certainty in relation to that. And he actually said it would increase the level of litigation that would happen. And I think that's phenomenal, because right through the whole campaign, we had ministers in the Dáil and on the media basically say quite the opposite. And these are ministers who had received that advice themselves. Not only did they disregard that advice, but they contradicted the advice that the citizens have paid through the taxpayers to pay for the Attorney General's office in the first place. I believe that those ministers misled the Irish people in relation to that, and I do think there's questions to be answered on this.
You've called for Roderic O'Gorman's head on this.
I have. In a very clear statement, Roderic O'Gorman was asked the question, had he received any information from the Attorney General which showed that there was confusion over the definition and that there would be further litigation, and he said no, he didn't receive that. He said he received the opposite information from senior advice to the government. And I think the Constitution is so important that misleading the people in front of a Constitution referendum is wrong. OK,
I just have to say, of course, Roderic O'Gorman absolutely rejects that assertion.
I think it's pity that Roderic is not here.
We put it to him again today. And he pointed to parts of that, what he stated, that were also in that advice. And he said it's extremely disappointed that partial advice from the Attorney General was leaked in this manner. The Attorney General provided a number of pieces of advice on the proposed wording to government while the constitutional amendments were being drafted. So he's saying there that that wasn't the totality of the advice that they were relying upon.
He refused, though, because he was FOI'd and asked to give the totality advice to the people before the referendum, and he said no. So he actually rothered that the people did not see that advice in advance, and then when questioned on it, it's in the Irish Independent, it's in a number of different sources, he contradicted the advice that he was given.
Billy Keller,